The videos in these events show the Earth in motion and the resilience of the human spirit. In 2022, a volcano shook the world.
Single volcanic eruption was so powerful it could be heard 6,000 miles away. On January 15, 2022, the people of Tonga woke up to another peaceful morning in paradise. Children played on beaches while fishermen prepared their nets, completely unaware of what lurked beneath the Pacific. The Hunga volcano had been quietly sleeping underwater for years. Then at 5:15 p.m., it exploded with the force of 100 Hiroshima bombs. A mushroom cloud shot 35 miles into the sky, higher than any explosion in recorded history. The shock wave was so powerful it circled the entire Earth multiple times. People in Alaska heard the blast from 6,000 miles away. Within hours, massive tsunamis crashed across the Pacific, while toxic ash buried the islands in darkness. Every internet cable was severed, cutting Tonga off from the world completely. When satellites finally captured images, part of the island had simply vanished. One eruption changed global weather patterns and reminded humanity just how small we really are.
In 2023, the ground shifted beneath cities.
Over 50,000 people died while rescue workers listened helplessly to their final words. At 4:17 in the morning on February 6, 2023, families across Turkey and Syria were fast asleep. The pre-dawn silence was complete, peaceful, normal. Then a 7.8 magnitude earthquake struck without warning. Entire apartment buildings pancaked in seconds, collapsing into massive piles of concrete and steel. Thousands of families were trapped beneath tons of rubble, calling desperately for help. Rescue workers could hear their voices clearly, pleading from the darkness below. But they couldn't reach them in time. For hours, then days, the cries grew weaker until they stopped completely. The disaster exposed decades of corrupt construction practices that turned homes into death traps. In Syria, ongoing civil war blocked international rescue teams from reaching victims. A double tragedy of natural disaster and human failure. Over 50,000 lives lost, many while help stood just meters away.
And in Ukraine, water became a weapon. The Kakhovka Dam burst, flooding homes, fields, and futures.
That one dam explosion displaced 40,000 people and created Europe's worst environmental disaster in decades. At 2:35 in the morning on June 6, 2023, Ukraine's massive Kakhovka Dam suddenly gave way. Within minutes, a wall of water began tearing through the Dnipro Valley. For thousands living downstream, it started like any ordinary morning. But as sirens wailed and the roar grew louder, families had only minutes to flee. Entire neighborhoods vanished beneath a rising inland sea. Over 40,000 people were forced from their homes overnight. The destruction drained the vast Kakhovka Reservoir, a lifeline for farms and towns across southern Ukraine. Scientists called it an ecological nightmare. Toxic sediments spread across fertile farmland, wildlife habitats were wiped out, and the Dnipro Delta was reshaped forever. Even the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant faced new risks as water levels dropped dangerously low. The disaster didn't just drown villages, it erased a region's future, leaving behind a toxic scar that may last for generations.